Never mind. I'm good.
You good?
Yeah.
Okay. Don't need to burp.
I don't need to burp it.
I'll never tell you when I want to hit record.
Yeah, I'm watching it. Trust me. I'm watching the little blue dot, that blue highlighter. Yeah, I'm watching it, bro. I'm like,
oh man, this has been an eventful day for us, hasn't it?
We didn't do anything all day.
What are you talking about? We did so much today.
We went to Halal Guys and we had a rice platter.
We had a rice platter. We went to Dutch Brothers and we got
Did we do any work?
Yes, we did a lot of. We bonded.
I just want to bond on the podcast. I want to bond outside.
Strictly business, huh?
Gummy, what is it called? Gummy Rebel?
Rebel beer? Yes, these are the Rebel energy drinks at Dutch Brothers. Sponsor us, Dutch Brothers. My specific one is called Gummy Bears.
High standards.
Yes. What do you mean? Gummy Bears with kiwi and white chocolate.
They're like, we only deal with people who have 146 subscribers. You're one short. I'm so sorry, but we cannot sponsor you guys.
What's happening? We're giving you guys everything. We're giving 2 shorts a day. We're releasing 2 or 1 to 2 long form videos.
Stop giving the sad story. Listen,
I have to.
So we made him guess what my wife's dream job would be.
Oh yeah.
If we didn't have to worry about money. Like, let's say money is not a factor in our life and we're good. I got tons of money. I don't. I have a big house.
This is everything that
I have a I have a normal car.
As if we're not in your theater room right now. I don't have a big house.
Listen, I got lucky because of the timing I bought this house, okay? Right now, I would not be able to afford anything at this point. I got lucky. Like, this was COVID times and things were cheap and the interest rates were super low. So we got in and we're super lucky. We're blessed. Hashtag blessed.
Hashtag blessed. Yes. But yes, I got to guess what his wife's dream job would be. Now, I don't want to say dream job to make it seem like, like she, like, what I mean? Like, is it a dream job?
I mean, that's what she says.
All right. Well, I guess the answer is she wants to try being a barista.
That's what my wife wants to do.
And the reason is actually good.
Barista.
The reason is actually good because she said that she wants to be able to make people's days better.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
And who doesn't feel better?
That's a good way to put it, right?
Yeah. Like, there's purpose behind your job.
There's a purpose.
I'm not doing this for a paycheck. I'm doing this to help you.
Yeah. Hey, are you working on this big project and you can't concentrate and you're tired and you're having sleepless nights? Come visit our coffee shop. And
are you
the
working on a podcast?
The barista is going to make your day just a little bit better.
A little bit better. Are you working on a podcast with 2 idiots and you want to make your day a little bit more better so you can survive it? You
visit your local barista.
Visit your local barista. There you go. Absolutely. Yeah. So for me, it's noble. I was guessing weird stuff like acupuncture for some reason.
You have a final exam coming up. And the semester is almost over, but you got to get this in. You've been studying all night. You pulled an all-nighter. Absolutely. And the freaking test is the next day. Yeah. And you haven't slept.
What are you going to do?
Well, barista.
Absolutely.
And they're going to give you a delicious coffee that's going to pick you up.
Absolutely.
Just make your day a little bit better and get you through the day.
Better. But one thing that we got to do, we don't get to really spend that much time where it's just you and me. It's crazy. We meet every week, but it's always about this. Even though we were still doing this, we got to bond a little bit beforehand.
Yeah.
So let's just spend the next 10 minutes or so talking about life. I was gonna ask you something on the podcast. I was like, hey, so oh, never mind. We'll ask on the podcast. I want to ask you something, not to get a little bit personal here, but you mentioned on one of these episodes that you didn't really like a chunk of your 20s were spent not doing much. Because I asked you, I was like, oh, so how productive were you, beforehand? And you said, honestly, I really wasn't doing anything with my life. You mentioned that, right? Where what is here now and how on the go you are every single day. At one point in your life, it wasn't like that at all.
No, I mean, when you're in your 20s, you're still trying to discover life. You're trying to find you want to have lots of fun. Mm-hmm. You want to go out with your friends every night and just do something fun. I mean, that's what you do in your 20s because you're not mature enough to realize the life ahead of you.
Yeah.
And not young enough to realize that
you can't have this forever.
You can't have this forever. Exactly.
Yeah.
You nailed that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's that's how 20s usually go, right?
But
from the day you graduate high school to like when you're 23, 24, 25. 25, I would say. Though that time in your life is very crucial, very important, right? Yep. But you don't realize it at the time.
That's true.
You don't take things seriously. And it makes sense, right? Because you've now finally become an adult in the eyes of the world, right? True. So like, hey, I am 21. Hey, I just graduated high school.
Nobody genuinely cares about you at this point anymore.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, and you're just kind of like, whatever, man. I'm just doing my thing, whatever. You're not taking things serious, and that's how I was. Right. So I feel like that's a very normal thing to do, unless you were told by someone, to take things seriously, or you're in a very bad family situation. Then you're already adulting at that point, and you got to take care of business, right?
100%.
So yeah, it's just how your upbringing is.
I guess, but I guess the not the question, but like more like an interview style thing is like your, like I would say, upward spiral happened very fast. Like marriage, boom, then house, boom, graduate, boom, and then like of course there was like a little bit of a gap, and then now baby, boom, and now it's like all right, this business, podcast, it's all coming almost at once.
Yeah.
But it's always something every 2-3 months.
Yeah, for sure. So like I guess to put it in a weird way, because it's nothing normal happened with me, right? I graduated I graduated from UTA when I was 29. Right before my 30th birthday.
You even mentioned you were one of the oldest ones in the class.
Yeah. It just my life started late, and so when it did start, it hit the freaking road, it hit the pavement, and it hasn't stopped since then, right?
Wow.
So at 29, I graduated. I think at 30, I started looking for a job and got a job. Finally, like a corporate job, like a good job, not just
like a career,
job. Yeah. Right after that, I was engaged. Right after that, got married. Right after that, we found a house. Right after that, we tried to, explore the world as much as we could, and then boom, baby. So it's been a nonstop of the past 7 years. I would say has like between my 18 to 25 was like the most slowest and unmotivated and very lazy,
like nothing,
years.
Nothing could have prepared you.
Nothing. No, like I did nothing those years, right? Like I literally didn't care and didn't do nothing those years. Those were my like lazy years, and I did not build myself up and set myself up for anything.
Wow.
And then from 25 to 29 is when I went to school, finished at 29, and then after I graduated, things just.
Where did the spark come from? Like what? Like where?
It's my wife, bro.
Like, really?
My wife was my spark. Yeah, it's like, oh, I found someone I really, really like. I really, really love. I want to spend my life with her. I need to make sure that she's happy and I'm happy and we're in a good place. And that's not going to happen with what I'm doing. Obviously, I'm. Can
you give us a little insight as to what you were doing or lack thereof?
I didn't really care about working that much, so I was like, hey, someone needs a friend of a friend wants, he's looking for an employee. Are you interested in working at a cleaners? I'm like, sure, I'm not doing anything. I'll make some money, whatever. So I worked. If
you don't mind sharing that aspect of your life.
I don't care about it. Yeah, of course. So yeah, I worked at a cleaners for a while. And I was a very bad employee, right? Like I would do the work I'm supposed to do, but I wouldn't do anything extra, right?
This will be a separate podcast.
Yeah, I didn't do extra. He's like, you know what? You're done. He fired me. So my very first job, I got fired, right? then I was like, hold on, I gotta take jobs more seriously because money is important, right?
Yeah.
so I got a job at Sprint as a salesman. So I would work at Sprint.
Right next to a GameStop.
Right next to a GameStop. So yeah, I would take that money and then go and spend it next door. It's like, I got my paycheck. What am I buying today? And then I would basically, I almost got fired from Sprint as well. But that was a huge wake up call and a warning. I was like, yo, you are not what we wanted. You need to either work harder or we're going to find somebody else. And so I started working harder. And then once I started working harder and smarter and became, more serious about the job, I kind of got the managerial position and I got promoted and all of that, right?
Yeah.
And then I'm like, hey, I got to quit now because I have to finish school and I'm concentrating on school full blast. Like, I'm not stopping. I want to graduate.
How many classes, though, semesters did you take?
Man, it was crazy. I took so many. I think I took so 5 is the normal, I think, right?
Four is normal.
I would take 5 in a semester, and I took 3 in the summer and another 5 in the fall.
Oh,
so in a year, I would take 13 classes.
Oh,
it was brutal. It was really hard. But I'm like, the faster I get through this, because it was it was motivation, right?
Yeah.
Faster I get through this, the faster I can find a good job, faster I get paid a better salary,
yeah,
and secure a future for the person I love.
Wow.
So that was like the spark and motivation, right? Was her. It was literally her. Yeah.
So Opus making that title from gamer to graduate,
that would make
leveling
sense.
up your character.
You can actually use it in this context.
You can.
It would make sense, not just
Come on,
randomly
Opus, make it happen on this one. That's crazy. That's crazy. So it just goes to show you just how much like that spark right there has changed your entire life, and in 7 years, you kind of made up for the other 7 years where nothing was happening.
Yeah. And now that I look back at my 18 to 25 range, I'm like, man, I wish I would have done something there.
So there is regret?
Yeah, of course, man. I was like, bro, what am I doing? I should have done something. Even a little bit. It would have helped big time.
Yeah.
Get me that pickup faster instead of graduating at 29. Maybe it'll be earlier, right?
Yeah.
And things would have fallen into place a little bit earlier for me.
Right.
So yeah, there's definitely a regret. But then I also see these, currently I see 18 to 25-year-olds in this point in life, people are so motivated. They are like, oh man, there's so many ways to make money online.
It doesn't stop or anything like that.
Oh my god, I'm gonna do affiliate marketing. I'm gonna buy an e-commerce website. I'm gonna do
TikTok
this.
star.
TikTok star, bro. It's crazy what people are doing at that age now.
Well, there are some people who are not doing much at all. They're kind of like very similar to what you went through, and there are some. I feel like there's both sides of the spectrum as well.
I guess I see more of those than the lazy ones that I was. So that's why I was like, man, kids nowadays have a different mindset than I did, right?
I guess so. That's great.
Than my time. So
you had it was quite the wild, right? It's crazy to think like I'm over here thinking because our relationship kind of like came back for this podcast because of this podcast actually.
Yeah.
And I'm seeing like, dang, Nomi's just like on the go all the time. And then here you are telling me, no, for a good amount of my life, I wasn't doing that.
No,
I was like,
I wasn't.
Wow, I can't even imagine. You know what I mean? Like,
I feel like at this point I'm playing catch up for some reason. I don't know why. That's just why everything is just.
Is that why you're always so on the go?
Yeah, I'm just like I wasted so much of my time in the past. Now at this point I'm just playing catch up. I don't know what I'm catching up to.
Yeah.
But at this point, it's like I'm playing catch up. I want my wife to become the barista that she always dreamed of.
Yes.
So I want to be financially free for that.
That's what we're working this hard for.
I'm working hard so my wife can do her dream job of serving coffee to the people who really need it.
Really need it. But is that one of the reasons as to why you don't really enjoy video games that much anymore?
Maybe. I feel like that's probably a big culprit.
Like you can't sit still anymore.
Yeah, I was like, why am I playing a game?
I could just lie.
It doesn't help. It doesn't help. Like it's not gonna help me right now. I should be editing something, recording something, or working on my TikTok channel.
Wow.
Like why am I just sitting here playing a video game? And then because I think that way, I don't enjoy it. And then I play for a little bit and I'm done.
I guess final question would be this then. With this newfound motivation, or this I would say 7-year ongoing motivation that you have, it doesn't seem like you're stopping anytime soon. Where do you? I'm not trying to bring up the past or trying to have like regretful moments or like. I'm just kind of asking in general. If you were to, like, what would you do with this motivation you have now if you had that same spark, like when you graduated high school, when you were in your early 20s? Just to kind of give a little bit more advice for the people at home who are in their 20s.
I mean, so when you're the younger you are, the more risks you can take, because. Like my whole, like, I guess I would say, like, say cryptocurrency, right? I had so many moments
another
in my
story
life.
for the podcast.
Yeah, that's another whole shebang bang. Where I'm sure a lot of people are on the same boat. Where like, man,
yeah,
I was so close to becoming a millionaire so quickly, and I blew it. If
Could
I
you have
just, been? Yeah, I could have been. I could have been many times over. Honestly, I didn't mess up just one chance. I messed up multiple chances, right? With the whole cryptocurrency craze that was going on back then. Right. Yeah. So like, just be you have fun. Have a lot of time for fun, and also have a lot of time for moving forward in life.
Yeah.
Balance it. I know, because it's like, you have finally, in the world's eye, you are finally an adult. Even though you don't feel like it, you are, right? And you can now do anything, honestly.
Yeah.
So I feel like, take the risks, do that partnership with a friend, or do this road trip with someone, or whatever. Like,
become that barista.
just don't say no to things, and don't sit around watching YouTube and TikTok and scrolling on TikTok forever. Like do something with your life. Like, do something.
Yeah.
Even if it's small, it's gonna be a huge help moving forward.
Absolutely.
Because it's like you started something here. Maybe you can continue it slowly, right? Like, it takes time to build something big. So the earlier you start, the faster it'll build for you. And when you're in your 30s or close to your 40s, that thing is established for you, and it helps you throughout the rest of your life. I mean, I don't know what kind of advice to give to people. What I would do differently is I wish I would have taken things more seriously. It was the only thing I would take back. Is like, man, if I would have just like sat down and just,
locked in
into something, and taken a little more risks and had a little more desire and more drive to do something, it would have helped me now so much more.
Really?
Yeah. Because right now, like, I'm juggling a full-time job. I'm juggling this podcast. I have some other stuff on the side that I do. I'm working on my TikTok channel. I have a baby and a family. Man, I don't know. Like, there's so many things I can keep going, but there's more. Like, I can't think of it right now, but there's more things happening, right?
Yep. Absolutely.
So my life is like full schedule.
Yeah.
Like, full schedule.
Yeah.
And you would probably think that way too, that, oh my God, my schedule is full. I promise you, there's always room for more things, and it'll work. It happens. It happens. It's like, I didn't know my schedule could be so full. And then when I have a baby, I'm like, wait a minute. Now I know what a full schedule is. Holy crap. Yeah. I thought I was busy back then having this baby. Dude, this is called a full schedule. But I'm pretty sure there's probably something else that gets added. I'm like, wait a minute. This is a full schedule. There's always room. Things will always adjust in your life and fall into place. Just start the things that you want to start. Just do the thing you want to do. Just follow the dream that you are dreaming of. Just do it earlier. Just freaking do it, man. It'll help, because the more risks you take earlier in life, the better it is for you later on.
That's noble. I couldn't agree with you even more. That's amazing. Well, everyone, you've heard it here first. This is Nomi's little side journey to where he is now. Don't waste your prime years. Thank you so much for watching this little segment of.
So much more left to go. Like, holy crap!
Oh, so much more.
Yeah, this is a long road trip for me.
Absolutely.
I'm going 90 miles per hour, but I still got to get super far.
100%.
So 90 miles per hour is still not helping me get there.
Yes.
Need to go faster.
Absolutely. And if you like what you saw, go ahead and hit that like button and comment down below. Last but not least, go ahead and hit that subscribe button.
Rizzy, the ring! Do the bell.
That bell icon so you can see what we're making next. Thank you so much again for watching, and we'll catch all of you in the next video. Later. I gotta hit the.
Stop.